My name is Clara Williams, and I've been a nurse at St. Mercy Hospital for 10 years. 10 long years of night shifts, double shifts, 3 a.m. emergencies, and wiping blood from the floor before the janitors could get there. I'd seen life, death, joy, and despair all walk through those white, sterile doors. But what I'd seen most, the thing that scarred me, was the cruelty of one man. Dr. Richard Halverson, head surgeon, celebrated in the press, smiled at by administrators, the kind of man who got invited to banquets for saving lives. But the truth? He was poison in a lab coat. I'll never forget the first time I saw it. Doctor, Mr. Adebayo's vitals are dropping. We need to increase his oxygen.
He's an immigrant. Half these people fake chest pain to get free care. Let him wait. I have a golf game after this.
Mr. Adebayo coded 15 minutes later. He died before anyone touched him. That was just the beginning. There was the Latina mother who came in with appendicitis. Doctor, she needs surgery now, or the appendix could rupture.
Oh, let her scream in Spanish a little longer. It'll be a free Spanish lesson for us.
By the time he ordered surgery, her appendix had burst. She lived, but barely. And then there were the students. Bright young residents who dreamed of becoming doctors. 5 new student doctors joined our hospital that year. They were eager, talented, and full of hope. 4 were white. 1 was black. Chidi, a Nigerian student who had the highest grades and an impeccable record. From day 1, Dr. Halverson treated him differently.
Chidi, don't strain yourself too much. Medicine isn't really a place for everyone.
Doctor, he's the top of his class. He's brilliant.
Brilliance isn't enough. Some patients, they might not feel comfortable with his accent. We have to think of them.
One by one, the other 4 students thrived under him, getting privileges, recommendations, and praise. But Chidi was blocked at every turn. He was denied operation room opportunities, sidelined during lectures, and humiliated in front of patients. Within a month, the pressure broke him.
I can't do this here. I thought this was about medicine, not this.
He dropped out. The best among them, the only black student, forced to quit. I remember looking at him as he walked out, spirit broken. My blood boiled, but there was nothing I could do at the time. Every time I tried to report him, the board covered it up. They called me emotional, said Halverson was misunderstood. But then came the night that changed everything. An older immigrant man, Mr. Kareem, collapsed in the ER severe heart attack. His wife begged in broken English for help. Doctor, we need to start treatment now.
Oh, for God's sake. Another one? These people clog the system. He's too far gone anyway.
He refused to touch the man. Refused. I did chest compressions until my arms ached. But it wasn't enough. Mr. Kareem died right there on the table. His wife's screams echoed through the ER, slicing through me like glass. When Mr. Kareem died on the table, his wife collapsed in grief. Later that night, I found her quietly at the chapel, speaking to the cold body of her husband.
If you loved me, make him pay. Make him suffer for what he's done.
Dr. Halverson, ever the arrogant man, laughed when he saw her standing there.
What is this? Some kind of voodoo nonsense? Get away from him.
He pushed her aside roughly, laughing at her words. But I noticed something in the way she stared at him, eyes burning with grief and fury. That night, as I walked home, I had an uneasy feeling in my stomach. I felt like her curse had started working. Because the next day, Dr. Halverson began speaking to himself in the halls, muttering under his breath. At first, we all thought it was stress, but it wasn't. In the operation room, the first whispers began. He would pause mid-surgery, staring at empty corners of the room, twitching. Instruments would slide off the tables, patients almost bleeding out, and he'd mutter words no one understood.
Stop. You won't leave me alone.
I think the curse is real. Look at him. He's losing it. From that day on, the whispers grew louder. His hands shook during operations, and he began forgetting even the simplest procedures. The ghosts, or the curse, had started their work.
Stop chanting. Stop saying my name.
His scalpel slipped. The patient nearly bled out. And then he disappeared mid-surgery. I found him in the bathroom, pants around his ankles, sleeping on the tile floor like a drunk. The whispers didn't stop. Nurses whispered about him losing his mind. Patients started dying under him in increasing numbers. And I started to notice something eerie. When the OR lights flickered, I swore I heard it too. Faint whispers in languages I didn't understand. Sometimes Arabic, sometimes Yoruba, sometimes Spanish. Voices of the dead, carried through the vents. One day, during rounds, he screamed.
I didn't kill you. You were already dying.
He slammed his clipboard against the wall. The interns froze. From then on, the ghost tormented him. I knew it. Every time he opened a patient's chart, their names rearranged into words that only he could see. He tore pages, shredded files, accused us of gaslighting him. The worst was during a high-profile surgery. Cameras were there to film a life-saving operation for the news. He froze over the open chest cavity. His hands shook uncontrollably.
No, not now. Stop whispering. Stop chanting my name.
He dropped the scalpel. Blood spurted. He bolted from the OR screaming. The patient died. That footage never aired. The hospital buried it. But rumors spread. And the ghosts, they didn't stop. He'd show up at work smelling of sweat, babbling nonsense. He accused janitors of cursing him. He wandered into the cafeteria one day, shirt untucked, yelling at empty chairs. One night, I overheard him in his office.
Please, stop. I'll confess. Just stop whispering in my ear.
And confess he did. At a staff meeting, with administrators, students, and nurses present, he snapped.
Yes, I let them die. I let them all die. Immigrants, blacks, browns, they didn't deserve the organs. They didn't deserve the medicine. I did it.
Gasps filled the room. Phones recorded. The internet did the rest. Videos of his racist rants spread like wildfire. His medical license was revoked within a week. But the ghosts weren't finished. His address leaked. Protesters camped outside. His family was harassed day and night. His wife packed up their 3 daughters and fled. He was left alone in that big white house, alone with the whispers. I heard he tried to sleep with the lights on, blasting music to drown out the voices. Didn't work. Every time Dr. Halverson came home, the house was wrong. Furniture shifted into unfamiliar places. Chairs faced the walls like they were being punished. Family photos were turned face down. Cabinet doors hung open, empty, as if something had been taken or waiting to be returned. He started taking pictures before leaving for work, just to prove to himself that he wasn't losing his mind. It didn't help. The house changed anyway. The bathroom became the worst place. While he bathed, steam would fog the mirror. Then slowly, a shape would appear behind his own reflection. Sometimes it was only eyes, sometimes a full face, Mr. Kareem's face. Once, when the ghost appeared suddenly in the mirror, Dr. Halverson panicked, slipped on the wet tile, and crashed to the floor. The pain was immediate and blinding. A fractured hip. A surgeon reduced to screaming for help in his own bathroom, crawling like a patient he would have ignored. Even outside the house, there was no escape. While driving, following his GPS, the calm female navigation voice would suddenly change.
Turn left, like you turned away from me.
His hands would shake. The screen would flicker. In the rearview mirror, he'd see someone sitting in the back seat, gone the moment he turned around. Mirrors betrayed him everywhere. Elevators, store windows, polished doors. Sometimes the reflection lagged, smiling when he wasn't. Sometimes it mouthed words he couldn't hear. People began to notice him flinching at his own reflection, shouting at glass, swatting at nothing. That's when they started calling him unstable. I heard he tried sleeping with every light in the house on, television blaring, music turned up so loud the neighbors complained. Anything to drown out the voices. It didn't work. The ghosts were louder in the dark, but they were clearest when the lights were on. Last I saw him, he was wandering the hospital parking lot in pajamas, muttering in Arabic, then Spanish, then Yoruba, begging ghosts to forgive him. They never did. He was later taken into a mental hospital. And me? I kept working. Patients kept coming. Life went on. But every time I scrubbed in, I felt them too. The ghosts. Watching. Making sure men like him never rose again. I didn't bring him down. The dead did. Justice came, just not in the way I expected. Rest easy now, Mr. Kareem. They heard you. And before I log off this story, let me just say, if you thought this tale was chilling, wait until you hear about the time a doctor tried to ban fried chicken from the cafeteria. Now, that almost caused a riot. So, like the video, subscribe, and don't forget, be nice to your nurse. We might just be the ones holding your secrets.